Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast episode 78 for Tuesday the 29th of June 2021. I'm your host Mark Webb, gamertag Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Good evening, Cinema Dan.
It's probably not coming home, Nick Wilson.
And professional wallflower, Sensei Switch.
How's it going? All good?
Yeah, man.
Had a good week, guys?
I've been alright. Dan, pray tell, go on. It's always an interesting story you've got to tell when you've had a shit week.
Oh no, it's just been like wake up, go to work, come home, go to bed, wake up, go to work, come home, go to bed, rinse, repeat.
Oh.
Fun.
Snap.
Yeah.
Just
the
mixed with a little
roadworks
bit of
make it
cutting
fun.
people out.
Yeah.
So the roadworks make it fun when it takes an hour and 40 minutes to do 8 miles to get to work.
Ugh.
Oh, are they doing all that city fibre shit?
They're doing something. They're basically the main road from mine to works, like the A road. They're doing resurfacing work, whilst the other way they're diverting you. They're also doing roadworks there as well, which is always fun.
Oh.
So I think I spent an hour and 10 minutes completely stationary because 2 people decided to break down as well. So rather than just roll off the road, next to the cones, they just stopped right in the middle of the road. So that was fun.
Well, there isn't really a hard shoulder anymore, have they? They've kind of done away with those.
Yeah, that's what he dipped
places.
into. That sort of drops down for the drainage into that, and he just decided to drive into that. So it just held everyone up. So that's always fun.
Fucking hell, what a rockaway way to start the podcast.
I know. I mean, you're talking about the getting rid of the hard shoulders. There's
Jesus Christ.
No, something just to mention. I know you don't drive, Dan, but it's one that smart motorways are the most stupid idea I've ever seen in my life. Someone breaks down and they've got nowhere to fucking go, and they've caused so many deaths. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting that it's been allowed to happen. That's just my 2 cents on it, anyway.
Wait till we get all electric cars, we'll even be more fucked.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you'd be like, oh, there's an area you can pull off in 2 miles. So it's like, yeah, don't break down in the middle of the road now, car. You can just do it in a couple more miles. Because I can completely plan when my car decides to go tits up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You can really plan for your tyres going pop or whatever, can't you?
Yeah, or the piston rod shooting up through your engine. That was timeless.
Oh,
Wasn't my car, thank God.
Well, that won't happen in an electric car. You just
I had
run out of battery.
I had a great week, if you have to ask, since you miserable fuckers are moaning about everything.
I've had a lovely week too.
Yeah, thank you much.
I've
slept a lot.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got getting about over 7 hours sleep a night recently.
Very nice.
I can only dream of 7 hours sleep. Because for some reason, when you're working, your body decides to wake up at all random times of the day. But yet, when you're off the next day, straight, flawless sleep all the way through. It's weird the way that works, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've been sleeping all weekend. It's been great.
I've been working all weekend. But I was off Monday to Thursday, so I had a lovely 4 days packing boxes and spending time with the kids and packing more boxes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man. A bit of gaming. I've done quite a bit of gaming this week, actually, which I will get into after the news. So that's a great segue for the news, right?
It is.
Let's do it.
You're like a professional.
I know. Right. I don't have a lot of news. It's been a bit of a quiet week, to be honest. There's more rumours going around the internet that Ghost of Tsushima will be coming to the PC at some point soon. This is because the logo for the box art saying PlayStation, that this game is only on PlayStation, has been removed from the digital marketplaces and on the new physical boxes that have come out.
Ooh.
Oh, indeed.
So,
Yeah, I think this is more to do with the fact that they're just not putting that on their games anymore because I don't want to lie to people's faces.
yeah, the sewage system can't cope with all the copies being flushed down the toilet.
Speaking of which, did we talk about the new Xbox One cases last week?
No, Xbox. Oh, have they changed the boxes? Have they?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Are they nice?
No.
What's wrong with them?
They look like shitty old PC CD game cases.
Really?
So, like I saw a thing on Twitter for them, and I thought, oh no, because obviously, like the Xbox One cases are unique, and I've kind of like them in a way.
Well,
Like they have the lower thing, they have that raised plastic bit, don't they, with the Xbox printed on it and everything, and it kind of gives the cases a unique look compared to your standard Blu-ray case or the like. So yeah, I saw one now where they're basically having the entire sleeve take up the entire case, so they're going to lose the green plastic bit along the top.
Right.
You already know my OCD's twitching like a motherfucker.
I can tell.
I think I've just found a picture. Oh, hang on. Yeah, just carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. And I think they're doing away with any kind of band on the actual case as well. So it's
Is
like
this
where
actually
you've got
true?
Sorry?
Is this actually true?
I saw it posted on something when they was like showing off Forza Horizon 5 or something.
Oh, right, okay.
And then there was loads of comments underneath going, this looks worse, this looks so much worse. And then people saying this looks like a PC, CD-ROM, DVD case. Like, it hasn't got any sort of, like, logo banding or anything on it to make it look neat. It just looks like a bog-standard game case.
All right.
To a degree.
I can't find anything about this online.
Oh, bizarre.
Aren't they just shrinking the game cases and taking everything away just to force everyone to go digital? I think within a few years, the only thing you'll get physical will be like a CD key card or something.
Physical.
And then, well, they've got to keep the physical copies going for at least all of this generation anyway, because they're hunting out disc systems.
Yeah, but that's for your back compat, mate.
Yeah, and your Blu-ray discs and your DVDs, film watching. Maybe. Oh,
Some people have got no reason to spend their money on anything. Great. Well, so I'm just going to look it up while we crack on with something else.
Yeah, I think I may... Oh, yeah. I finally found it. There we go. I'll put it on the stream now.
Right, it hasn't come up this side just yet, but yeah, we'll have a look in a tick.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks all right, actually, man. I think you're just... I don't know. I think...
It just looks boring. Really fucking boring.
Looks all right. It looks like a...
It looks like a game box.
Yeah, it looks like a game box.
Look at... If you look at the it's the one with the Halo Infinite one as well, isn't it?
I've just found the Forza one, mate.
There's a Forza one and there's one with Halo Infinite showing like the new design and the old design. The old design's way better. Way better.
Okay.
I can only see an advert for Amazon Prime on the stream, so that's not helping me. Oh, there we go.
So I was scrolling up and down.
It looks all right, man. I'm not sure what you're on about.
Well, that just looks like basic artwork, man. That doesn't look like that's finished at all, does it?
Well, it looks like a holder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's not actually any cars on that.
Oh, no. Oh, I have to go on to...
Cactus Simulator 5.
This is riveting podcast.
Right, sorry. So I've just looked on Polygon, and yes, you are right. The new Xbox game retail box art. And they've got a new and old of Halo Infinite on there, yeah.
The old case is just better. It just is.
Oh, they've taken it from Reddit. Oh, there we go. Now that's better. Now I can have it big for the people that are watching on the old Twitcheroony. Yeah. There's not a huge difference, mate, to be honest.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Is it as tall? Will it fit on the shelf exactly the same?
Oh, no, it'll still fit on the shelf.
Okay.
Right then.
But it will. It's going to look. Yeah, along all the other games, I'm going to have to start a new. I'd have to start a new thing, but it is going to be like, oh, I'll get it on PlayStation, and if it's a game across multiple systems,
Oh,
so I can actually have
God.
it lined up in a decent thing.
You really are anal, mate. You really are.
I just like things to look neat, mate. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it looks fine, man.
Xbox haven't gone down. This is their equivalent of doing the fucking PlayStation shit or whatever it is when they fucking redesign all the artwork and logos and stuff for their games just to sell them in a budget line because they can't be bothered to just lower the price.
Well, the good news is that I won't be buying any of these because I'll all get them on Game Pass. So, hey ho.
Game Pass for the win. Right, let's go on to the next piece of news anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so Cyberpunk 2077 has finally relaunched on the PlayStation Store. It's also available at a discounted price, but it also comes with a warning of performance issues for the PlayStation 4 version. So that's just to let people know.
Yeah. Or you can pick it up on eBay for next to nothing, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, an interesting piece of news I've managed to find this week as well. Far Cry 5 has a level editor, and there's a YouTuber known as Crollywood who painstakingly recreated every level from Goldeneye 007. He spent over 1,400 hours creating these levels. And then Ubisoft took them all down.
Lol.
Because they were worried about being sued. So, understandably, Crollywood is very upset by this. Yeah, man. I mean, that's crazy, but because apparently I'm just looking on Kotaku at some of the pictures, and he's done a really good job. It looks bloody nuts what he's managed to do on Far Cry 5 with the level editor. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah,
so
man, I feel
1,400 hours worth of work.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yeah, the poor guy, man. I've just put the link in the Twitch for people.
Did they say why they took it down?
Yes, because they got a copyright infringement claim.
Yeah.
From MGM, I believe. Yes, from MGM.
Yeah, it'll be MGM. I don't think
because they're not making enough money.
Yeah. Well, they're very protective over bonds. Very protective. So.
It was the film company, not the game company.
No, because it was Rare that made the original game.
After the new film.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo and Microsoft, who own Rare now, I really couldn't give two shits. I bet it's the guys at MGM who are looking to protect, especially when you'll find when a new Bond or any kind of part of a franchise is out anytime soon. There's a kind of a blanket ban on any kind of game or film re-release, whether it be on DVD or rescreening, like one-day specials or anything like that. Mainly because they don't want the focus away from the main event coming up.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad. Yeah. It's sad, but because Rare actually remade GoldenEye for the Xbox 360, actually finished it. But Microsoft just couldn't get the rights to actually put it out on the marketplace, which is really, really shit. But it got leaked out. But I think it was last year. So
that's January. I think you can still get it.
Yeah. So you can still download it through from nefarious means and run it on a hacked Xbox 360 if you like. But yeah, it's just a shame that this modder has clearly put in a lot of work, a lot of time and effort for it to be shut down. I just think that's a bit shitty.
If he's not selling it for money, I can't see how they have grounds to do it. It's like, I mean, that reminds me, didn't want to play that game that came out on PS4 a few years ago called Dreams, when people were making like Mario 64 and all that, and actually doing better remakes than what Mario did and sold on the Switch version. But they just kept copyright striking everyone and telling people to delete stuff. So that just basically killed the game completely. So people just didn't bother playing anymore. They would try to push it as like sort of like the next big thing.
Yeah.
People just didn't bother because I thought, what's the point? I'm going to invest all the time into making these things. Yeah, and it's for free, so I can't see why people do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not like they're losing money, are they?
I mean, even in Final Fantasy XIV, when they gave people the options to sort of play musical instruments, the devs had to keep reinstating to people all the time, like, please only play Final Fantasy music. If you play any other music and we find it online, it will get taken down because of copyright and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, whenever you go around the towns in that game, they're not playing generally tracks from the game. They're playing some sort of like classic song or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that as well. I think that's pretty cool that people can do that. But it's one of those things, right? Because on Steam, you've got the Steam Workshop, and there's plenty of games that are blatantly have, user-created content which would get a copyright strike, but it just stays up. Like one of them, as a prime example, on the top of my head, is Fire Pro Wrestling. So basically, that's like kind of a 16-bit type wrestling game. But on the Steam Workshop, you can, because you can still do it, download every single wrestler in the WWE that people have created, all their movesets and everything. They look exactly the same. It's amazing. And put them into the game. And that's been around for years. And there's plenty of other games. What else was there? Oh, yeah. So Half-Life, the original Half-Life, there was a fan remake of the original Half-Life, and Valve, instead of shutting it down, actually said to the guys, sell it on our store. And that's a great way of doing it, right? Not fucking shut it all down. It's just ruining the fun for everybody.
Mesa thing?
Yeah, Black Mesa. Yes, fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's a shame.
There's also another fan remake game come out. If you're finished with that, someone's remade and put a demo out of Code Veronica.
Oh, excellent! I really enjoyed the original of that. Yeah,
that's only like maybe the first hour or so. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, you can find it online, like in all different languages and stuff. But I'd get on that before someone, Capcom will probably tell him to delete it. Even though, like I said, he's not charging anything for it.
Yeah, it's mental. Yeah, so it's just a sad piece of news for the week, really, that's been shut down. Anyway, I'm going to move on.
R.I.P.
Well, that's actually all the news I had, actually. So if you guys have got any other news.
There was one I sort of saw today or the other day, which is another one of those sort of like rumours in the wind, as it were.
Yeah.
As we head towards like the sort of supposed PlayStation event or whatever it's going to be. Possible standalone DLC for Ghost of Tsushima, which you reminded me of it when you talked about it earlier on.
Oh, okay.
Set on like a separate island, because it wasn't just Tsushima Island that was actually invaded.
Ah, right, okay.
So, yeah, there could be some information about that. And obviously, this is Insomniac. No, not Insomniac, Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
And they did the standalone DLC for Infamous, I believe.
Infamous Last Light, yes, right, yeah.
So we could be seeing a similar thing again.
Yeah, man.
It would be cool. I mean, the game's done surprisingly well. I don't see copies of it clogging up shop shelves or whatever either still. Yeah. But it's like you'll go into certain shops and you'll see tons of copies of certain games, and generally Ghost of Tsushima is one that they haven't really got many copies of second hand.
No, it's one of those popular games that people have kept, isn't it? I mean, because already released that multiplayer.
Yes, the
DLC,
Legends mode or whatever. Yeah, because didn't they package that onto the front of that box as well, basically? On the reprint, saying it includes Legends mode in an update or whatever it was.
Yeah, it came with the original game, yeah. Just a few things I wanted to mention as well before we head into what we've been playing. Need for for Pursuit Remastered has landed on Game Pass.
Mm.
So I do think that would be quite a fun game night. The game is also cross-play as well, so you can play it across all platforms. The only thing that I'm a little bit sad about is the PC version doesn't give you Chivos, so I've had to download it on my Xbox.
Sad.
I know.
I've been playing on the Xbox this week.
Nice. I did download it on the PC and had a quick bish bash bosh on there, and it actually looks and runs really, really nice. But I've deleted my PC version and I've downloaded it on the Xbox for one, the ease of gamer nights, because the way the crossplay works is you have to add people on your EA friends list, and that's just a bit of a ball ache. So I thought, well, if I download it on Xbox, one, that'll be easy for gamer nights, and two, get Chivos. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. The single player on it is still a lot of fun. It's very pick up and play arcade style, which is really, really nice. So check that out. Also, another game hit Game Pass this week, which I have downloaded but not played. It's been getting very rubbish reviews, so it makes me want to play it even more. That's Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Now, I do want to know what all the hubbub is about on the poor reviews for this, because I've watched some gameplay and it actually looks quite decent. So I'm going to try and play that.
Are they comparing orcs to black people again?
I don't know. I literally have looked at the Metacritic. I've watched some video gameplay, and I'm like, it actually looks quite good. I don't understand. So I actually do want to play it so I can judge for myself. So hopefully next week I can talk about that. But we've had a few games hit Game Pass this week, which some look good, some look shit. So I've also installed and not played another game called Iron Harvest. That's Windows only, I think. It's an RTS game, and you play as steampunk vehicles. It looks quite interesting.
Yes, I think this is coming to consoles as well. Excellent. But I did see the original trailers for PC a while back.
Excellent. I'm glad that's coming to Xbox as well. Worms Rumble has hit Game Pass, and so is a game called Prodeus, which is a first-person shooter game.
What was that? Parodius?
Prodeus. I think that's how you pronounce it.
If it was Parodius, there'd have been a few people punching the air of excitement.
It looks like a Doom, old school Doom game type of thing. So, Anyway, so that's what's hit Game Pass. I'm really excited for Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. We will try. I think we should try and do a game night on that on Friday. Actually, guys, shall we do it? Shout out now.
Shout out. I'm busy, sorry, but yeah.
Oh, damn. Stop having a social life. Stop having a social life, will you?
Yeah, but tough tit.
Yeah. Cool. Any other news before I move on?
Yeah, Dan's got a social life.
Dan, you're just so popular.
No, I've done fuck all weekend, so not that popular. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, so I'm guessing we are now heading into what we have been playing. So, Dan, kick us off with what you've been playing, my man.
Okay, well, you mentioned Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I thought I'd give my 2 cents on that one.
Yep.
Before I kick off, and I gave you a good. I forgot exactly. It's kind of those weird games. I kind of forgot. It's a weird. For some reason, I remember Need for Speed: The Rivals a lot better. But this is good. This is better than any of the more recent Need for Speeds they've put out. Mainly because they've just kept it arcade styly, but decided that, quite rightly, that there's no plot whatsoever. And I think that that's the key for it, really. If they want to do any more Need for Speeds, they need to kind of focus towards that kind of arcade style gaming, and what really works well is the auto log.
Yes.
In that, but then at the same time, you need to make sure there's enough people logging onto auto log who have the game. So how that will play out when you're looking at EA's model in terms of games now. So you might ask the next title for Need for Speed, 60, 70 quid. How many people on your friends list are going to pay for that? or are you going to wait to EA Access, or are you going to have like a free-to-play version with some kind of nonsense card system? So I don't really know, but I'm happy it's there. I gave it a good couple of hours game time. The music is stuck in a bottle, a time capsule almost. It's that kind of weird alternative, weird American rock, punk pop rock bullshit that kind of, it all came flooding back. Let's just say that. But yeah,
I mean, the original game came out in 2010.
Is it 2010?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
yeah. So
ages ago.
Yeah, man. So yeah, so you're right. The music is stuck in time capsule. Graphically, I think they've done quite a nice job with the up-res, I suppose. I think that's all they've done. Maybe just up the graphics a little bit as well. But what I like about it, Dan, is the fact that the latest Need for Speed games feel like they're trying to be a bit like
dude, bro.
Yeah, dude, bro. like a really cheesy, if you can call that, Fast and Furious. I know the Fast and Furious films are cheesy.
Yeah,
but it's like,
they're trying to recreate that, aren't they? To a degree.
Yeah, 100%. And you're right. I like the fact that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is an arcadey type title. The races are very short, 3 or 4 minutes max. And you get you've got the single player races of the awesome supercars or the cop cars, which I really like. The challenge of doing either or, which is quite cool.
You can stop one train and focus on the other.
Yes,
entirely.
Yeah.
You complete one side completely, and then go, I better go start the other, and it starts again. But you can switch at any time.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. There's I think to a degree, a lot of the cars you unlock are so thick and fast in the beginning, and they're so similar. This is a little bit of a criticism, I suppose, in the sense that you don't actually recognise what you're driving. It's fast, it turbo boosts, it gets a little bit of damage, it power slides, but it has that kind of riff of the old Chase HQ, which is an old arcade game I used to like back in the day. Apart from obviously you can't hang out the side of the car window and start shooting at people.
Have you played any of the online on the remaster at all, Dan, or just on single player?
The single player for now. As I said, we'll see. I might venture on at some point just to see what that's like. But
I always remember us having a lot of fun on the multiplayer on this back in the day.
Yeah.
So
I preferred Burnout Paradise, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, everyone really enjoyed Burnout Paradise, but I just in my memory, I remember us having a lot of fun on this. Two teams, one team was the cops.
Yeah. You can't actually jump the cars, though. I've noticed, which I kind of a little bit miss a little bit.
Yeah,
I think the Need for Speed, the rivals, you can actually send them up through on ramps and stuff,
right?
Which was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and you could do that with Burnout quite clearly. So, as a pure cops and robbers racer, this does the business. But yeah, I mean, I'm up for playing some more of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do some Burnout Paradise, I mean, that's on Game Pass as well, anyway.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All is good.
Cool.
I
might as well start with the rest of the Xbox games I've been playing this week before moving on to the superior console in the Nintendo Switch. Man-Eater. I played some of that.
Man-Eater.
Dibs' ears have pricked up.
Yeah, that's on Game Pass now.
Have you got the achievement that he's missing?
I've only played a couple of hours of it, so it's very repetitive. So I could say that for now. And what's quite sad about it, really, it kind of captures all the shit us human beings stick under the sea in terms of junk and all sorts. And it's all right. I mean, there's nothing quite like killing your first bunch of humans, jumping out, landing on top of a frigate, and eating them all alive. It's quite entertaining. And yeah, it's fine. It's an open sandbox type game, which I've always wanted to give it a go if you want to, because I kind of like sharks. But it's got that kind of weird ecology lesson in between tongue-in-cheek action comedy kind of thing. So yeah, I mean it's well worth a look on Game Pass. Just a little bit more of Knockout City. I'm still not quite sure what I make of this game, if I'm being honest. There's an awful lot of people who are quite good at it, and an awful lot of people who aren't, me included. But I have won a number of games, which is quite encouraging.
Okay.
So we'll see how it pans out. But again, the good news, I'm not going to drop any money on it in the sense that, to play the Switch version any further. But I think you can play up to rank 25 on the Switch version. And then the good news on that, I suppose, is your progress is transferable across different consoles as well.
Right.
So that's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, it's free to play all the way on or Xbox Game Pass, or EA Play Access, what you want to bloody call it.
Yeah.
So it's all right. It's fine. It might be entertaining as part of a group, but I'm playing it on my own at the moment. So just with randoms. And the other thing I just played for a bit was one of the games with gold games. They had Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, which I never heard of, actually, to be honest with you.
It was on the 360.
Battle Coliseum.
It's kind of good. It's got hasn't it got one of the aliens from Metal Slug as a playable character?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, the whole presentation looks fantastic, and the fighting 1-on-1 against Nicky Pew is fine, but the boss on the game is fucking bullshit.
That's the same for most fighting game bosses, isn't it?
It's absolute bullshit. It'll kick your ass and then give you an option. How do you want to continue, but have weaken him by selecting one of these options? And you do. I'm not going to use a pass. I'm not going to. And then after about 10 times of not getting anywhere, you go, oh fuck it, and then you give him about a third of the energy bar, and then you kick his ass, and you go, what's the point? Absolute bullshit. But having said that, though, as a one-on-one fighter, it's a team battle fighter as well. So I dropped my phone on the floor. Team battle fighter, so you can pick people from Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters. There's a few other types that people I don't actually recognise, but it was free games ago.
Has it got a couple of World Heroes characters in there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice little game.
That was ADK, wasn't it? That did those. It was a separate company. They just put the games on the Neo.
Yeah, it's a nice little game. But the boss is bullshit. But whether or not you want to play it like that is up to you. But hey, and then really, I played an awful lot of Nintendo as usual. So the new there's a couple of new games I can talk about. I might as well talk about the one that came out on Friday with Mario Golf Super Rush, which I've played a fair bit of. I've been mainly unlocking all of the courses this weekend, and you do that by playing 18 holes of golf, and then you unlock the subsequent course. And I mean it's Mario Golf. I mean, if anyone played a Mario Golf before? No.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They're fun. They're great.
Like the one on Game Boy Advance.
You can actually distill it into a pure golf game by. Yeah, I mean that would work. The one that the GameCube one is pretty good. It's basically it is a golf game, but you can actually have power ups on it. You can choose to have it. There is a mode which is quite famous, which they've been selling on is the rush mode or the run mode, where you have up to 4 players, whether that be yourself, your mates, or computer-controlled opponents, and then you basically hit your ball, and then you run after your ball, and then you get extra points depending on how you set the scoring up of potting your ball first, or there's delays, there's all sorts of crazy shit going on. That's quite good fun. But I've been playing an awful lot of the classic golf. Trying to learn how to control the ball a lot, and I keep putting purposely, accidentally, too much bloody spin on it, which is a bit annoying. So I'm working on that. I did some online on it earlier. That seemed to work all right. You can set up a room for up to 4 spaces, and when you go search for rooms, you can just go and join. I joined a guy from Japan's room just to check the connection, and it wasn't too bad actually. It works okay. There was a slight delay, but because it's golf and you're playing at the same time, it wasn't really noticeable in terms of impact on your overall experience. It all seemed fine to me. You're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's good. I'm going to play it some more. There's a fair bit to one. Look, there's a whole golf story type mode or adventure mode where you use your me and you go and power up doing various tasks, which I played for a little bit, but I wanted really to unlock the courses first, just to see what that's like. There's good news is there's news of, I think, more courses and characters being free and coming soon. They're much like the tennis game they did. They kind of announced like a staggered free DLC every month or two just to keep you playing. So yeah, it's golf, it's Mario, it's good. Yeah. And the other thing I played today was the Monster Hunter Stories 2, the Wings of Ruin demo. Which
it looks really well polished from what I've seen of it.
It's excellent. In fact, I've played about an hour of it so far. You get about 3 hours in the demo,
That's quite
and then
cool.
the progress can be carried over to the main game if you choose to play it or buy it. And then I think there's a mode, there's a way of actually tricking the system to continuously play the game anyway until you save it and you create your save file. It's basically Monster Hunter crossed with Pokemon, crossed with, what was the other comparison I had? Dragon Quest. That's probably
that
the
sounds
best.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to describe it. The combat system, the fight system, is really, really cool. I mean, you put it on the screen right now, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's that kind of cartoony, shell-shaded graphics.
Yeah.
It's when I firstly got opened up into the main hub of the world, I guess, it started feeling like much more like a Monster Hunter game in the sense that you take on quests, little sub-quests as well. The story is that you're not a monster hunter this time around. You're a rider, which is another subset. That's why you kind of recruit these monsters, and then they become your monsties. Don't ask.
Yeah.
and then you can train them. You can hatch them from eggs. So that's when your Pokemon aspect comes in.
It sounds a little bit like Ni no Kuni as well.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I didn't play too much of Ni no Kuni, which I should have really. But as I said, I am really tempted to get this now. I did have a pre-order down, but I cancelled it because I didn't think I was going to have enough time. But now I've started playing it. I'm like, this is really fucking good. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a premium price Switch game, if I'm being honest. So I might give it another week or so and see where I can find it the cheapest before I drop any cash.
Switch games don't really drop in price that much, do they?
Yeah, but
there's certain titles that have always remained like quite a high price, like Xenoblade and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, this one, they've got a special edition version with like stickers and a stupid map. We're on an Amazon for about 55 quid, and I'm like, I mean, Mario Golf in the end ended up being 45 quid for me, so that's not too bad. So I might have a look at base.com and see nearer the time what they're charging, because I really I don't want to pay. I want to pay less than 50 quid for it. But we'll see.
Base have actually been really good with their prices recently. Like, I'll look on certain websites and it's like 41, 42, and you think, it's not too bad. And go on Base and it's like 37, 38. You're like, oh.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they do it. Fucking witchcraft. But yeah, it's great. I mean, then you've got bloody Skyward Sword coming middle of next month as well, and it's like Nintendo. I mean, you don't have anything out for bloody ages, and then you have 3 games back to back.
I've already paid for that.
Yeah, and you got fuck all out at Christmas, but you're doing it during the summer when no one plays video games anyway. Bah. Oh, what pain! Terrible. But it's good. I mean, I have to say, the quality of the Switch games I've had so far this year have been really, really good. So it's worth a go. I mean, it's 3 hours demo on the eShop now. You can play it. You can play it indefinitely. Just go on they'll tell you how to do it. I think you've got to load from the auto save, but don't make a permanent save. No, just the Twitter handle of Monster Hunter will tell you what to do.
So they know about it.
Oh yeah, they tweet it out.
Get around it.
Get around it. So you can
Fair play to him for that.
so you can keep playing it and recruiting monsters and training them up. So you can raise your level cap. So you can play it to your heart's content before it comes out and be super hardcore and just basically smash the game, almost like a cheat code. So yeah, man. Cool. Other stuff. After E3, there was a ton of cheap games, so I bought some cheap games. I've been playing a lot of Hotline Miami 2. Even I got Hotline Miami 1 with the packers. That cost about £4.50.
That on the Switch?
That's fucking hard, that game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
old now as well.
It is, yeah. It was like 22 quid, 25 quid it was, and it was reduced to about £4.50. Yeah, for the double pack. And I thought, well, £4.50, I'll have some of that, thank you very much. So that was an interesting 2 or 3 hours or so. Just trying to get through that. It was frustrating as hell.
It's got a great soundtrack though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's you kind of learn it. I mean, the controls are a little bit frustrating. In the sense that it's essentially a twin stick shooter, isn't it? Apart from you've really got to learn how to move the your point of view around. I was kind of not really into that. I was expecting, obviously, being able to blow the enemies away really quite easily. But
it's a bit more of a tactic too, isn't it? Because they can shoot you very quick, can't they?
Yes, and I kept learning out. I mean, I'm watching the video at the moment, and I'm having flashbacks. But it was quite funny. It's quite easy to have a massive shootout, and you just hide in a corridor, just trying to tempt people out. You just gun them down, and the whole corridor's covered in blood, and it's just a little bit of a chuckle. So that was good fun. I've also been playing Firewatch.
Great game.
It's like a job, isn't it?
Well, I'd say it's like a walking simulator, isn't it?
Yeah, stroke job. What I thought was really clever with this, and you don't really get to see this very often, or you see it done in a really kind of ham-fisted way in some games, I suppose, to a degree. But the fact there's like almost like a choose your own backstory at the start of the game, and if you do it off your hunches about what you feel is right, it creates this kind of narrative or kind of backstory that's hopefully unique to you as you start playing the game. I thought that was really clever. But the rest of it, again, it is a walking simulator, and it's trying to just remember to respond to the walkie-talkie sometimes, because that was a bit fiddly. But yeah, so far so good. Again, another £4 bargain.
Yeah, man.
So I've done all right, yeah. I did also pick up, what was it? Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, really cheaply.
Bloody hell, old school.
I haven't played any of them yet. I don't know, they were so cheap. I thought, fuck it, I'm having those.
Oh, fair enough.
You're looking at a couple of quid each. So I've got all those to play, but again, if I'll ever get round to playing them, it's another matter. But they're such small, low, hard drive space. I'll hardly notice them on the console. So that's good. And I picked up Bastion as well for a couple of quid, which
great game,
which I've yet to touch yet. But yeah, so that's really well. Apart from, and I've been playing an awful lot of Burger Time on the Switch as well, which I have to say. I think there was a bit of a complaint. I think Steffi Business, he'll moan about me for this, but he was moaning about the D-pad on the Evercade.
Right.
I don't think it's a D-pad on the Evercade. I think it's the game itself. It doesn't like you turning corners on ladders. It really doesn't. I've had to. It's fine. It's a little bit easier if you use the analog stick. But if you use the D-pad, fucking hell, mate. It's like. It's got to be pixel perfect.
Wow!
When you're going up and down and turning corners, it's a bit frustrating, let's just say that. But that said, I've been playing a lot of Burger Time, just getting to know the levels, getting to know the routes, getting to know how to trap the bad guys, how to trick them into following you and shit like that. So there's a lot of tactics, I suppose, to a degree. And lastly, really, but I kind of mentioned the Evercade. I did pick up the Mega Cat Studios Kart 1.
Right.
Which is a bunch of what are they? They're like indie games from recent years, all done in 8-bit and 16-bit styly. And it's an okay collection. I mean, there's a couple of duffers on there. I didn't think much of Coffee Crisis.
Coffee Crisis.
It's like a 16-bit beat 'em up, where you, or street brawl or what you call it, where you have to beat up aliens who have taken over the town, and you play.
On PC. That's on PlayStation and the Switch as well.
Yeah. Well, it's very floaty because you play as one of two baristas. It's a bit floaty, if I'm being honest. It doesn't.
Right.
You're not really getting much connection with it. It doesn't feel right. I also played a game that was like a very much a Super Punch-Out clone called Creepy Brawlers, which
Creepy Brawlers.
Yeah, which wasn't very good.
Sounds awful.
It wasn't very good. Was it Log Jammers? Oh man, yeah, exactly.
Log Jammers. That could
exactly. I mean, you kind of just. I mean, you just chuck stuff at each other. I didn't really think much of it either. As I said, but there is a little jewel of the game in the game they're called. What was it called? I'm going through the book. Old Towers, which is a puzzle game, 16-bit, where you have to, you stick to walls and ceilings, and you have to kind of navigate and collect all the coins. I mean, coins or power ups. So, the coins of the level before you can exit it. And it's kind of like a puzzle, and it can be two-player as well. And I thought that was quite well done, executed. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag, really, to be honest with you. The other one I played on there was Tanza, which is a rock hard sci-fi scroller, much like Shinobi, but I think you're an alien in Old West times, or there's an element of time travel going on. But there's
how do you spell that?
Tanza. There's Tanzer.
Okay.
I know. Some of the games you've put on there aren't the ones I've been playing on there. I'm not sure that Log Jammers
Mega Drive?
Possibly. It's Anyway, Tanza. Anyway, it's an okay collection, I suppose. If you want some old school, I suppose.
Well, they said that Log Jammers was a sequel to Windjammers.
Yeah. Well. That's definitely what I wasn't playing. What I saw in the screen.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
I mean, that looks all right. That's Tanza. I mean, as I said, and that was okay. I mean, it's hard as nails, and there's no continues on it. But it's an element of kind of Shinobi, kind of that style of gameplay.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I've been playing. I find it's quite an eclectic collection.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Looking for my list? Yeah, I'd say so. Next.
Awesome. Okay, who is next? Oh, but before we go next, actually, I just want to say we now have 25 patrons, so a big thank you to all 25 of you. I would like more people to sign up to the Patreon to get all these super awesome extra shows that we keep on pumping out. On Wednesday, we are recording the paranormal episode, which will be super scary. Yeah, Wednesday. That's this week.
I thought we said Thursday.
Did we say Thursday? Anyway, we're doing it this week. Thursday it is. So we're doing it Thursday. Oh, yes, because initially it was meant to be Wednesday, then we changed to Thursday. Yeah, that's right. So Thursday we're doing that, so that's going to be super awesome. And then, obviously, we've got the Patreon show next weekend as well. If you want to sign up to patreon.com/360gamercast or find the link on 360gamercast.com. But just very quickly, I just want to say a big thank you to all the Patreons, going from the longest serving to the newbies. Wes, Phil, Brian, John, Sean, Nigel, another John, Ryan, Strokey, Jason, Paul, David, Nicky, Nessie, Sly, Steffi, Craig, Matthew, Dazpoz, Ilmatic, Cobby, Captain Venom, Leon, Paul, and D-Twin. Thank you very much for all 25 of you for making the show happen every single week. Without you, these extra shows wouldn't happen. So, yeah, if you want to sign up, patreon.com/360gamercast. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it. $5 a month, you get a show every single week, plus all those extra ones. Do it now. Anyway, Nicky, what have you been playing, my man?
Well, before then, I just remembered a quick bit of news, just a quick one. I thought I remembered saying I thought about you. The Final Fantasy 1 to 6 they're bringing out, the pixel ones. Yeah, Square done it again. That's not the original pixels. They redrew more pixels, and Final Fantasy people are mad again.
Yeah, because they don't look as good as the original pixels, do they?
They just want the original on Steam. I don't know why, because you could just emulate it for free. Yeah. But if they're willing to pay money, you know, they just keep changing it. I think they can't stop changing it, can they?
No, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't understand. Who's that guy?
I think maybe they're just doing it to justify re-releasing it again, maybe.
To make some more money.
Yeah, got to make all that money.
Yeah.
So I haven't played many games this week, but I've finished Resi 8 last night.
Okay. Awesome.
So have you lot played it?
Yeah, we've negative. Absolutely. Well, I've rinsed it.
What do you think?
Amazing. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I understand what a lot of people were saying, especially the final third, that it's not like a original Resi survival horror game, because it goes like full Call of Duty for like the last maybe hour or something of the game.
Well, I really like that portion of the game, to be honest. I mean, I try not to give away spoilers here, because there's people that still haven't finished it. You know, it's at the moment it's definitely in my top 3 games of the year. I absolutely loved it. I loved the length of it as well, because I banged it out in a weekend, which was lovely. Sometimes you don't need long ass games. It was really well done, graphically stunning. The gameplay, it had a nice variety to it, which people will understand more what I'm trying to allude to if they've actually played it and completed it. You know, there's certain sections and they play slightly different. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is my favourite Resident Evil game so far. It's that good.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that, but yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, that's not really a spoiler to say they do copy elements from the other Resi games. So, like, you know, this is. I mean, everyone's seen that part with Lady D, the big woman who's chasing you, like Mr. X did, and then there's another, like the bit after that. I don't want to spoil that at all.
Yeah,
I did not like that bit at all.
No, I didn't either.
I was playing that. I was streaming that at night and had my headphones on, and I was like,
"Oh God,
oh!" that was. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I think the last couple of years it's been easy to like not get spoiled as much.
Yeah.
Because I'm not on Twitter as much as I was.
Yeah, well, that's it. But... Good man. Spoilers paradise.
Just go on. Mental health. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really do anything on Twitter. Just look on there for about 2 minutes and go, nope, I'm back off. But
I think a lot of people
I'm rubbernecking a car crash, basically.
yeah, just no, I'm off.
I think a lot of people have gone that way in the last year or so. You know, I mean, I still like to go on Twitter to pump out the poddy, but that's about it, really.
I fucking love Twitter. Don't care.
Well, we know you do, Dan. It suits your demographic.
Speaking of which, I just checked Twitter earlier just to see if there was any stories, and I saw Phil Spencer was trending.
Yeah, but it's not that Phil Spencer, is it?
Because I was like, hang on, everyone's calling him a cunt. I was like, what's he done? Like, and then I looked, and it's like, oh, it's another Phil Spencer that shot and killed a deer.
Yeah.
Look it up now.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I looked on there the other day.
Guy from Location. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, he looked kind of cold-blooded. It's brutal. That's all right. Did he eat it? That's my question.
Probably not. Just did it for a bit of fun. You know, those horrible cunts that like to shoot animals.
It would seem pointless if you're not gonna like it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be an arsehole, you might as well eat it, actually do something, rather than just kill it for literal fun.
Anyway, next.
Right, so old game, but I've been on this for so long, and that's doing my head in a bit now. Forza Horizon 4.
You're not completed it yet. What's going on with you?
Depends what you think is completed it. I mean, I've played all of them, and I've even played Horizon 2 twice because I bought that on the 360 as well.
Yeah.
But I play for mostly what I do with that is, complete the main whatever story that is, like I forgot what they're called now, like when you're racing a plane and a boat and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All that sort of stuff. So I've done all that. But on all the other ones, the only thing I've done is unlocked all the roads, so obviously done that. And I've been trying to get all the barn finds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This one's a little bit more difficult than the other one because to get the last barn find, you had to buy a castle or something for 15 million.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh dear. So, yeah, I've been trying to do that.
There was also one that you could only access when it was the snowy season, and you can drive across one of the lakes because it's on an island in the middle of a lake.
Oh,
I think there's 4 of those actually.
All right.
There's 4 of those, so they're easy enough. But like I said, the one where I have to save up 15 million, that took me ages. Then I got 15 million, bought it. The barn find unlocked. I was like, yeah, found the barn find. Then I looked in there and it says, oh, you want to unlock the car now, do you? Yeah, it gives another 15 million. I was like, oh,
lols.
And I don't know how. I mean, eventually that will unlock itself and it, will just work its way down. But probably for about on and off for about 3 weeks, I've been playing that, and that's just going down so slowly. Because as soon as I can unlock that last barn find, then that'll do me. Uninstall, wait for Horizon 5 then.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then not a lot. I mean, that was last night, just for half an hour. I had to go on Dead or Alive 6.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because I bought the Ultimate whatever edition, because that was on offer for £20, down from £80.
Nice.
I was just looking at that, and I was, I'll just play as my favourite character, and I was like, well, where's her costume? Her iconic costume. Was it Kazumi or whatever that Kazumi?
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
Yeah, got to pay for it. I'm like, oh my god. I mean, I don't mind her in a dominatrix gear or whatever she's got. But I'm
the classic outfit.
I want the classic outfit because I had someone in my chat. She said, I cosplayed as her, so I was like, oh great, let's play as her. And I was like, nope, gotta buy it. And I was like, but I've already bought the Ultimate Edition. But obviously that's not as ultimate as I thought. So I'm like, oh, great. So they just... fighting games are broken now. It does my head in so much. Because like I said, I've been playing a lot of the older ones on Dreamcast and Sega Saturn and stuff like that. It's like, you play the game, oh, look, you've unlocked a character, you've unlocked a costume.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, and it's not just that. These season passes or whatever they call them, they are so expensive, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're 80. Some of them are 70, 80 quid.
What?
And then,
oh my goodness!
And it's like a costume. Ideally, if you look at them and think that's about 100 and something costumes, it's less than £1 a costume, but you're going to be getting loads of costumes for characters you don't necessarily use, or costumes that have kind of already been in the previous games that they're just kind of reselling you in the latest version.
Why do costumes actually matter in fighting games? I mean, it doesn't change the gameplay at all, does it?
Because you kind of, but I can understand in sort of fighting games especially, they are kind of a good thing to have because everyone has a main character and you will use that character a lot. I mean, a lot. And then it's obviously nice to be able to have them in different sort of looking outfits. But there's a fair amount in the game that you can earn by just playing it. But unlike Nicky said in the previous games where you just complete it through as a character, you'd unlock an outfit, you complete it on a higher difficulty, unlock another one, just like that. On this one, you kind of unlock points that you then spend to unlock certain outfits.
Right.
And it's not even up to you which outfits you unlock. It depends how the game bothers. So it'll take you maybe running through arcade mode 30 times with the same character to unlock one outfit.
Oh, it's effort.
It's kind of a bit annoying. Yeah.
Pretty sure this one, I'm trying to think, because I think that Angry Joe done a video when this came out. There's something like over $1,000 worth of DLC for that game.
That's crazy.
I've got about 700 quid's worth of it.
You are
shit.
insane.
I haven't spent that much. I've spent way less than that. I've just been buying them when they're on sale, like really on sale sort of a thing.
But that's what irritates me. If they would just like, oh, you want that costume, that's 10p, you'd just do it, wouldn't you? They just
they're not going to make
I mean, they shouldn't do it
that way, are they?
Oh, I don't know how many. I wouldn't say how many stupid people are spending that much money, but that's a lot of money for what it is, and that's just, I don't know. It's a good game though. It plays really well, and they've because I haven't played. I sort of stopped playing around 3 properly, and just did a bit of 4 and 5 on a 360 and Xbox. I think it was 5 on the 360 and Xbox One. I think that was another Ultimate.
Yeah. Last round ended up coming out on both.
Yeah, but they've got they took sort of like the Street Fighter approach where you build up like your power meter, then you could do extra like finishing moves like in slow motion and stuff like that. But it still plays really well. I mean, Dead or Alive, I think that's probably one of the best fighting games ever made for playing, because I mean, I don't know why, but since 2 I just can't get on with Street Fighter at all. And I've tried
Street
5
nuts.
but I can't. I've 4 and then 5 on PS4. I just can't.
I will say, as far as 3D fighters go, I would probably say Dead or Alive and Virtua Fighter are the 2 fastest.
Yeah. I mean, that just seems a lot more fluid, and you can link up. I mean, like I said, I played Street Fighter 2 back on like the Mega Drive and stuff like that, and fine. And then I tried to play Street Fighter 5. I was like, oh, bang out Ken. And I was like, come on, do a Hadouken. No, all right, do it this time. No, it's not working. Fuck, delete the game. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I've been playing, obviously I've been working a lot the last few weeks, like 12-hour shifts and that. So I've been playing mobile games on the phone. Obviously, I'm not going to work when I'm at work, because that would be a stupid thing to do. But so I've been playing one, and I don't know why, I just got a bit addicted to it, because I just... It's called Sonic Rush.
Oh, right.
Just sort of like endless runner sort of thing, just left, right, jump, roll, that sort of stuff. But I think like a lot of these things, you've got you log in and do your dailies and get your reward points and all that sort of stuff. And that is addictive. I mean, I haven't spent any money on it at all. Is it Sonic Rush or Sonic Dash?
I think it's Sonic Rush. I think Rush rings a bell.
Well, Rush was on the...
It's 2.
Game Boy?
Probably Sonic Dash then. And that's hard to keep up. Maybe it's Sonic Dash. I've deleted it now because I've unlocked everything. So I'm like, well, that's game. Because you like unlock all the levels, and when you get to the end of the level, like unlock whatever blue crystals and stuff like that, and unlock all the. Yeah, it's Sonic Dash. There's the one, Webby.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean that's quite simple, but then it gets a bit mental.
All I'm going to say right now is mobile phone games are not real games. All right?
Not really. I mean, that's just
rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, that's Sonic. That plays, like the Sonic music and stuff like that. So that's just something, like I say, something to do. I'd say to do at work when you're on the toilet, but just in work in general.
Fair enough.
That's about it for me.
Cool. Darren?
I won't be long because I haven't really played fuck all. Black Desert, I created my Corsair, ready for the unlock, I think, this coming Wednesday. I'll see what that character class is like. And, yeah, just BDO a little bit, and Final Fantasy Hunt stuff, dailies, that's it. That's all I managed to really fit in this week.
Is that it?
Oh, and yeah, well, I got Scarlet Nexus, but I've just looked at the box and redeemed the pre-order code. That's it. Woo!
Oh. Well, hopefully you can you'll get some gaming in this week then, mate.
Fingers crossed. There's a few things I want to do.
Yeah.
I would still want to try out Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS5, like the upgrade
Yeah.
as well. But I've got to work out how to transfer my save over from the PS4 to that one. And
I heard that's a
etc.
ball ache. I think you've got to upload it to the PS4 to the cloud, and then download the PS4 version on the PS5, then go into
I've
there,
already done that.
and then upload it from the PS4 version on the PS5 into the Square Enix cloud, and then download that on the. My eyes are bleeding.
Well, the best bit was, I think, when I installed whatchamacallit, the game, PS4 game, onto the PS5, and then after I'd done that, and it was like, oh, do you want to download the upgraded PS5 version? And I had to re-download the entire thing again, all like 90-something gig.
So stupid.
And then I had both versions on my console, because it literally come up with a hard drive space warning already, like saying that you're running out of room, and I was like, oh, yeah. And then had to go into my settings and games and stuff to find the PS4 version to delete that, so I could free up like 90 gig. Because I installed Scarlet Nexus, 8.5 gig, I think that is.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got 3 games on my PS5 which are over 100 gig. Gran Turismo is 100 gig.
Which Gran Turismo is that?
The latest one, the PS4 gun.
Yeah, get rid of it, mate.
Yeah, the Mass Effect trilogy remastered.
Well, that's 3 games technically.
101 gig.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 is just over 100 gig as well. So it's 300 gig for 3 fucking games. Like, what the fuck?
You know.
I know. It's ridiculous. So I had to delete Mass Effect just to free up some space. And then I'm trying to bang out The Last of Us 2 at the moment, get that done so I can delete that off my hard drive. And then I can...
yeah, that would make sense.
And then because I can't... Well, because I wanted to reinstall Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that's massive, and the Yuffie DLC. So I was preparing myself to delete some stuff for that, and then obviously I'm in the middle of moving house at the moment, and my missus was like, "Oh, I've packed it away." So, well, I couldn't even if I wanted to, because I've no idea what fucking box you put it in. So,
fair enough.
Just leave it for. I've got so many games installed anyway, like Returnal and Demon Souls. I'm just playing a lot of those games very bitty, so.
Yeah, fair enough. That's the best way to do them sometimes.
Are you in the toilet?
Oh, sorry.
Just that echo, that toilet echo.
Oh, it's obviously a big bathroom then.
Yeah. Right, shall I get into what I've been playing then?
Just quickly, I had an Xbox One Series X in my basket at Curry's this week at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I chickened out and didn't buy it.
Why?
Because there's no fucking games for it. There's still nothing out yet.
You play it all on a regular Xbox.
Exactly. I mean, I keep thinking, I'll get it when Halo and that comes out. And I could still play that on the original. So
yeah, but you're missing the whole point, right? It's the better graphics and the faster load times. That's what you're paying for, right?
It's just people on podcasts and social media keep laughing at me because I haven't bought one.
Well, no, it's your decision at the end of the day.
I know. I've never known. You put the PS5 into that as well. I've never known 2 consoles to launch with so little amount of games for them. Sells so bad. It's the same as the Switch and the Wii. The Switch came out with like 3 games, and that was just sold out all the time. I think. That is that thing, is because you can't just buy one, it makes you want one more.
Well, there's that as FOMO, but the PS5 is doing better for the console exclusives than the Series X at the moment anyway, because you've got, Returnal, the Demon Souls remaster. I did list a load of games, actually. Ratchet and Clank, which is fucking awesome, by the way. Yeah, so, and they're actually proper console exclusives to that specific console. You can't play them on a PS4, right? Whereas on the Series X, you've got the medium. But big whoopee fucking do. I'm finding I haven't actually played my Xbox for ages because I play everything on my PC, right? So I don't really play it that much, but I do play my PlayStation a lot because of those exclusives. So it's just horses for courses, right? It's just whatever console or system you've got, you always have a main one, right? And everyone has their own reasons for wanting to upgrade, and you're not ready yet, and there's nothing wrong with that, mate. To be quite honest with you, if you're happy, then that's fine. Yeah. Anyway, shall I get into what I've been playing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have played a little bit of MLB The Show. I'm not going to go into it any more than that. Still really, really enjoying it. Sea of Thieves. I do want to talk about this, and I'm going to have a moan.
Yay!
So we all know that they've got a new DLC out with Jack Sparrow and his crew. I was really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to it. And I've played this for about 8 hours this week. All with my wife as well. That's the handy thing about having an Xbox and a PC. We can do the cross-play on these sort of games. With Darkest Frost and Ruski, we've been a 4-person crew. We've been, we were all ready to rock and roll, have a good time. The first Tall Tale went swimmingly, and it was really well done. I have to say, there's a secret part of the first Tall Tale, which is a Monkey Island Easter egg, which is absolutely fantastic. It has a secret area, and it's playing the Monkey Island music. And it has these little diaries telling the story of Monkey Island, which is really, really cool, right? So, we did the first Tall Tale. We really enjoyed it. We met Jack Sparrow. And the way it's done is really, really well, because the way you go into that first Tall Tale, it's all very, very much like the Disney World theme park ride. So it has the theme park ride voiced over doing the bits and pieces, and we were really getting into it. It really sets the scene really, really well. It's really well done. So we did that. We had a lot of fun doing that. Some of the most fun that we've had on CFEs for a long time. Next night, we're like, let's do Tall Tale 2. That is the most buggy fucking mess I've ever come across, man. And I was literally ready to throw my controller into my PC monitor. I was getting that fucking pissed off of it. So basically, the first Tall Tale takes you into your own kind of server, into your own area, so no other players fuck around with you. The second Tall Tale is set in the main game world. So basically, you sail up to this area and you anchor your ship down, and then you have to swim underwater. So what we were finding is there was normally, because it's new, there was already a ship or two already there. So there was other crews also doing the Tall Tale. What happens is, if there's more than one crew doing this Tall Tale, it completely just fucks the game up completely, because there's sections throughout the Tall Tale where there's these doors to go through. There's a little a ball. That's the only way I can explain it. And you've got to hit it with your sword for it to open the door for you to go through to the next area. And if it's working right, that ball is flashing. And if it's flashing, you can hit it and open up to the next area. What was happening with us, we'd get to the door, the light wasn't fucking flashing, so we were just stuck there. What the fuck have we got to do? Nothing. There's nothing you could do. And the problem with the game is, as well, is the checkpoint system is so fucking shit. You have to start the whole fucking Tall Tale again, so you have to reload in at an outpost, spend about 15 minutes sailing to the fucking point where, again, we got anchor down, swim down and do it all again. I'll tell you what, I was so fucking pissed off. I spent hours and hours just trying to do this. Tall Tale, the first night, I gave up. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I've just got to fucking log off. The next night, we was getting to that point again. And we were like, we'll give it one more go. So we went into it, and finally, we managed to do it. And the only way we managed to do it was there was another crew down there. in the section before. And so we'd use the shitty checkpoint system. So basically, the checkpoint system works. There's like these statues, and it says, "Oh, resume tall tale." So we go to that, and it kind of teleports you to the area. And we were teleporting to the area, and the door wouldn't fucking open. But me and Frosty were like, "Oh, there's another team in the room before, so they're going to come in here soon after they've done their battle." So we could hear them doing the battle, and then all of a sudden, our light on the switch fucking starts blinking, and we're like, "Yeah, let's fucking go in and do it." So we managed to get into the room, and we did the final boss. But the whole time we were fighting the boss, we were just absolutely pissing ourselves because we knew that the other team,
the other lot out.
Yeah. So the other team are going to rock up to that door, and they're going to be like, "What the fuck's going on? We can't get through." So they've been locked out, and we managed to do it. But
I think that's what happened to you the day before.
I think that's been happening to us a lot because so many people have been doing it. But I think the thing is, I mean, we can laugh about it, but it's not funny in reality because, yeah, it's games have bugs and stuff like that. But when something takes so long and you have to redo it like that, I think it's unforgivable because it's my timer at the end of the day that you're wasting, and you've wasted hours and hours of my fucking time because you can't be fucked to game test some fucking DLC properly. I mean, this stuff should have been caught, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it's so fucking simple. They did put a patch out, I believe, yesterday that's meant to have addressed all these issues. So we'll see. So we'll see how that goes. But you know, it just really fucking pissed me off because this is my main game. It still is my main game. It's a game that I play online regularly, like most evenings. I'll jump on with Rooski and Darkest Frost most of the time. My missus enjoys playing it as well, and there's a few other people in the community that like to join us, like Wes and Tiamat as well. So you know, it is a game that I really, really enjoy, and when your favourite game of the moment is being ruined by those sort of glitches, it just really fucking disappoints you.
They will learn from it though, so that's a bonus because obviously
let's hope so.
You had the issue with Stormblood Final Fantasy XIV expansion, where I think right near the beginning of the expansion you went into an instance battle.
Yes.
And there were orderly queues forming up because the servers kept crashing because so many people were trying to get into this instance, and people couldn't actually access that fight for about 3 or 4 days into the early access of it. So it was days wasted.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping to play the rest of the new chapters at some point this week. We just need to arrange some time. So they're normally quite... we don't really arrange them in advance. We just like hop on the Discord and be like, "Oh, I fancy sailing tonight. Yeah, cool, let's do it." And that's how online gaming should work. Instead of me having to arrange weeks in advance for people, let's just fucking jump on Discord and play some freaking games, people. It's good times. I've been playing Far Lone Sails. This game is apparently only about 3 hours long. I haven't finished it. I think I must have played it for about an hour. And the reason I started playing this is because at E3 they announced the sequel. It's on a boat. I can't remember the fucking name off the top of my head. It's Far something anyway. But anyway, this game is quite cheap right now. I believe it's on all platforms, and this is actually a little bit of a fun little puzzler actually. So there's not really much of a story to it at all. It's one of those really, and this is what I like about it. It's a little indie game. You start off as a little character, and you start wandering off onto your contraption, which it's powered by these little boxes of, I would say, fuel, and it makes steam, so it makes your ship your vehicle go faster. And then a little while later, you pick up some sails, so you get wind power as well. But it's all about managing your vehicle. So you get inside of it, and you run out of fuel, so you have to put more fuel in it, and then you have to press the little button for steam, and then you brake to pick up more fuel and all that. And I'm making it sound boring, but along the way, there's these puzzles, so your vehicle can't get past certain areas in the game world. So then you have to get out and solve these little puzzles as well, which is really, really cool. And the way it's done is just very unique. I really like the art style, I really like the music, and it's just very chilled out. There's no enemies to fight or anything like that. It's literally just very relaxing, scrolling from left to right in your vehicle, solving some puzzles, doing a bit of vehicle management. And the fact I know it's a short game just sweetens the deal for me, because sometimes you just want a little short puzzle game to pass the time. So yeah, I mean, I picked this up on PC. It's dirt cheap. It's like £2. And I believe it's on the Switch as well. I'm not sure about any other systems.
Cool.
So, Dan, I think, if you're up for a little...
What's it called again?
Far Lone Sales.
Far Lone Sales, okay.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's one of those games that's been out for a while. It's on everything: Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. It's even on your phones.
I thought games on mobile phones don't count. No
well, they don't. If you're playing on a phone, don't talk to me. But
okay, I'm going to download it on my phone then, on my iPad. Then we'll have a chat about that.
Yeah, but it is actually, it's a really good game. It won loads of awards when it came out. I'd say it's a very unique game, and I highly recommend it. It's been on my wish list on Steam for ages, and this week I was just like, I need to actually just fucking play it. So I picked up and started playing it, and I really, really enjoyed what I played. I just need to jump back on it, which I will do this week, because it's only about 2 or 3 hours long, so it's not going to take very long to finish. So, and a lot of the Steam reviews are people saying it, they found it very emotional. They really, just enjoyed the pleasure of playing it. So that's all good. Right. So I've been playing one more game the past couple of weeks. I've put over 30 hours into it now. And that is Final Fantasy VII, the original Final Fantasy, the real Final Fantasy.
Yes, you're going to finish it for now.
Yeah, so I've been... sorry, I'm just trying to fucking find a decent video of this. So this is my ultimate run...
just put up the Omega Weapon and Knights of the Rounds. That'll do.
Yeah, so this is my ultimate run through of Final Fantasy VII, and I've been really, really enjoying playing it again. Like, it's really weird. Like, I've played through this game so many times. Love the story. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it, because it is the ultimate finale run through where I'm doing absolutely everything, which is awesome. So I've actually got really, really far. I've only got a few more achievements to get. So I only need to get 2 of the Ultima weapons that are flying around the map, and I need to get up to level 99, get the 99999 Gil, and the Knights of the Round. That's all I need. That's all I need to do.
Okay.
So about going on a date with Barrett.
Oh, and I couldn't be fucked with that. I really couldn't be arsed. So that's the one thing I've said to myself I'm not going to do on this playthrough, because in my world, Tifa always goes on a date with Cloud, because they are the true loves, and nothing is going to get in the way of that. Not even an achievement. No fucking way. Sometimes a man has got to stand his ground. Yeah. So, no.
So, you haven't completed it 100%.
I've nearly done it.
The platinum don't count, Webby.
There's no platinums, mate. It's on PC, so meh. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like, just going through the game again, enjoying the story. I mean, thank fuck these new versions have a 3 times speed option, because oh my fucking god, grinding to get everyone's limit breaks up to their maximum took fucking ages, even with the 3 times speed. And I'm now at the point where Cloud is level 70 something, so I'm in the final crater, because that's the best place to grind your levels. Just trying to get up to level 99. Oh, it's taking forever. So it's one of those games that whenever I play it, and I know it looks so dated now with those really funny polygon characters, and they just look so out of place on the backgrounds, but it's it just brings a smile to my face every time I play it. It's just that comfort game, and it's just...
It takes you to your happy place.
It does. It is my happy place, 100%. And I just... I'm just loving it from start to finish, just everything. I mean, it still brings a little tear to my eye when something happens to Aerith, But, and it's even more annoying when you get her level 4 limit break and then she leaves your party. Like, no, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, what a waste of time that was.
Yeah, 100%. But it's a really good story of love and Cloud trying to find himself and death and everything. But the crew of... Well, the main crew are the ultimate leftists, really, if you think about it. They're all about saving the planet and bringing down the tyrannical government, aren't they?
The
Think about it,
leftists. The rebels, mate. It's exactly, Star Wars, mate.
They are Extinction Rebellion.
Yeah. It always gathers me that Peeves is always into Star Wars, and he seems more attuned to the ways of the Empire than the actual Rebel Alliance. So it does baffle me, that one a little bit.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself, but maybe he might give me some shit. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, so I've been really, really enjoying it. As well, I'd say the only reason why I've been enjoying it this time is the 3 times speed, the little cheats that you could put on the console on the PC version, which make it a lot more bearable. Yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying it, and I have to say it's much better than the remake. It still is, story and gameplay wise. I actually enjoy it more than the new remake, to be honest. Apart from the only good thing about the remake is they fleshed out some of the characters a lot more, like Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse in particular, who don't make it past Midgar. But I really love the whole game when you're on the world map and when you got all that exploration and there's all those things. There's whole areas which you don't even need to go to, like Wutai, and it has a whole little story and stuff, and you got characters that you don't need to get with Yuffie and Vincent, and just the ultimate game, man. I'm just loving playing it again. It's just so good. So yeah, that's my game. That's my single player game of choice at the moment. A game from 1997. I'm so old school. So I'm gonna have to find someone else to play when that's done. I mean, I did Nicky fielded the idea to me to stream all the Resident Evil games on Steam, one after the other, which is in the back of my mind. I don't know if I can find the time for that, but we'll see what happens.
What's the first 3 aren't actually on Steam?
Well, the original's on there. You got 0, 1.
Remakes. Yeah, I meant the original.
Yeah, the original one's
PS1.
on. Well, the remake of 1, isn't there?
Yeah, the remakes are on. The original PlayStation versions aren't. You can't buy those anywhere.
No, well, all my consoles are boxed up anyway, so. Yeah, well, there we go. That's all I've been playing, everybody. It's been an epic week of Final Fantasy Love Fest. Yeah, so.
Oh, good God! I hope there was. I hope you cleaned. I hope that you got a cleaner in afterwards.
That's what the missus is for. Right, shall we get into questions then?
Yep.
Rightio, everybody. Questions. Okay. D-Twin says, who is your favourite video game character of all time? That's easy.
Pac-Man.
I can never really think of these because it's like with a lot of stuff. Like you take any medium. Someone asks me what my favourite musician is of all time or my favourite song of all time. I can't really answer it because I've consumed so much great stories and content throughout the years. It's hard to pin down one as your absolute number one favourite.
I liked Sonic the Hedgehog, but the film was awful, so that's no longer the case.
The film was so good.
Oh man,
I thought it was all right.
They just finished filming the second one.
I'm allergic to Jim Carrey, so
I might actually just talking about films though, Dan. I might actually have to go to the cinema soon.
Good God.
To watch the new Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
It looks really good.
It looks dumb as fuck.
Yeah, that's why it's good. I love those sort of films. There's the Rock's not in it though. There's been a bit of a falling out apparently, isn't there?
No, it's not really a falling out. It's all behind the scenes nonsense. There's all sorts of there's politics in there somewhere. Yeah. You've got to remember Vin Diesel's one of the producers, so there's an element. I mean, he's on record of trying to wind the Rock up in certain ways to try and get the performance he wants out of them. So I don't think there's any kind of massive beef between them. It's just, I mean, they know it works for the franchise, so they'll be back for I think there's another 2 coming up. There's a 2-parter coming up.
Oh my goodness!
So that'll be the end for now, I guess. Oh. But they're wonderful nonsense, guilty pleasures, big piles of shit that shouldn't work. But I think I need to play the Fast and Furious drinking game, where you have a shot every single time they say family.
Who would have thought back in the day when they released the original one, which was basically about street racing, that they'd get 10 films out of that franchise?
Oh, that's insane! Absolutely insane.
Milk it.
I
mean, not anymore. Come back from the dead now. Done.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the series went downhill after Paul Walker sadly died in a car crash. He was my favourite character in that, so then they've just kind of gone a bit all over the place.
We'll soon be in Friday the 13th territory.
Oh yeah, because there's a new one of those coming out, isn't there?
Well, no, it's talking about going into space.
Oh.
Well, but there was obviously how many films in that franchise? I think it is one of the biggest franchises. Friday the 13th.
I think there's about 11 films. I think.
Wow, that's insane.
I know there was a Jason X, which was like the 10th.
Yeah, the 10. I think there was one after that as well. There was Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason.
I quite like that one.
I didn't mind that one, to be honest. Right. It was a guilty pleasure. Yeah. It was all right.
Anyway, who hasn't answered their favourite game character?
Yeah, we just went off on a massive tangent there.
So we got Sonic, The Rock, and Vin Diesel are our favourite video game characters so far. It's hard because most of our favourite games, the characters are just wooden and basic because they're supposed to represent you, so they're not supposed to be too, I think of the word.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't answer, I can answer.
Memorable.
Sephiroth is my favourite video game character of all time.
A villain.
Yep. You can have a villain as your favourite character. I would say that Sephiroth is just misunderstood.
So I'll go with Lara Croft. That'll do. Because even though I like Resident Evil, most of those characters are just stupid.
Oh, Wesker's pretty cool.
He's cool in a campy, crappy actor kind of way. He's not exactly interesting, is he?
Leon and Claire. Who else is there? Yeah, you're right. Right, should we move on to the next question?
They made Ethan kind of interesting to a degree in what he goes through over his 2 games.
Seriously? So people I think say he's probably like the most boring, bland Resident Evil character there's ever been.
Well, he's technically just an ordinary guy at the end of the day. Like, so, if you look at all the others.
Because 7 was VR as well, wasn't it? So they were like making you literally him, so he just had a name and that was about it.
Right, can I move on?
Uh-huh.
Tommy49 says, what game have you been really looking forward to, but let bad reviews or bad social media hype put you off? For me, I didn't play The Last of Us 2 for almost a year after buying it. I've recently finished it, and I really enjoyed it. Anyone?
I'm sure there's been 1 or 2.
Cyberpunk, probably.
To past episodes, I've gone to play something I didn't like the look of and was like, yeah, that was really good.
Well, for me, it was Test Drive Unlimited, the first one. Because I remember everyone saying how shit it was, and I really enjoyed that one. I can't think of anything else, to be honest.
I only play good games, so...
There's loads of games that get bad reviews and stuff, and then you end up buying and really liking.
Is that the question? I thought you said just you didn't buy a game because it got bad reviews.
No, what game have you been really looking forward to, but let bad reviews or bad social media put you off, and then enjoy it after you bought it?
No, actually, yeah. When I think about that, none. I don't really go off what other people say at the end of the day, because you're always going to give your own personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Why do I trust someone else's opinion over mine?
Shenmue 3, I enjoyed it.
Did it get bad reviews?
It got very bad. Well,
really?
Average to bad.
I don't think I read
did you
any
let it
reviews.
put you off buying it?
Didn't care. I got a game I wanted to wait for 20 years for. I don't care what it was.
I fucking kickstarted that.
So did I. And then I bought it like another 4 times.
Such a good game, man. I love that from start to finish. Oh, so
It's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Music's fantastic as well.
I can't wait for 4 in another 20 years.
Be dead.
No, man. I'll be 50 something.
You probably won't be, but I definitely will be. I ain't going to last that long.
I don't know. Depends if this COVID injection kills me. I'm still waiting for the blood clot.
It's on its way, mate. I've had a word.
Yeah.
They're getting some magnets to put on you because you should start, be magnetised anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to
press that button on 5G and you'll just walk towards wherever they tell you.
Right. Shall I move on to the next question?
Yeah, man.
We all answer? Okay. Tommy again says, what game from the 360 PS3 gen would you have liked to have seen on last gen Xbox One, PS4 that you didn't get? Would you like... What the fucking hell, this sentence is making sense to me. Okay. Would you like to see a remaster of a 360 PS3 game? He would like to see a new Resistance Fall of Man. Anyone?
I had to think of a game
that was a launch title.
I had to think of a game that.
Yeah.
I had to think of a game that didn't get remastered.
Oh no! Or a new version.
Was that a reboot or what?
Yeah,
if we're going down the route of to me, I know it's obviously not going that way, but I've obviously spoken many times about. I'd love to see. I know they kind of redid BioShock when they did the collection.
Yeah,
but a proper remake of the first BioShock in brand new, luscious, next gen graphics with all ray tracing and all that shit.
Yeah.
From that perspective, could look absolutely incredible with the upgraded water effects that we now have in a lot of games as well.
Yeah.
Maybe Fable, the first 3 of those. I know they're bringing it out again, but they've been saying before E3. Every year there's the Fable trilogy HD is coming, and it never does.
I'm not that fussed. I don't get the hype around the Fable games, right? I mean, I really enjoyed the first 2 Fable games. I thought they were really good. Don't get me wrong, but greatest games ever. Really hyped for another one. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Oh, the things that I remember most about the Fable games was I could fart and marry loads of different women. That's about
and you could eat. You could actually. Your character got fat when you ate as well, which was kind of mad.
Yeah.
In one of them, I think it was from 2 onwards. I think that was a thing.
Yeah, 2.
Because the only other game that did that, as far as I can remember, was GTA San Andreas.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Shall I move on?
Yeah, man.
Okay. What's my tag says? What co-op game from the 360 days would you like to see remade or get a sequel to? I loved Army of Two, Splinter Cell Conviction co-op, Rainbow Six Vegas. Although Ubisoft seem to think Rainbow Six is about monsters nowadays. Lol.
No, I'll do. As soon as you said the 2-player co-op, I instantly thought of Army of Two. I did have fun with those, just because I had a co-op partner I could play through them with. Generally with each game, and we went through it a couple of times. And to be honest, if they did it properly, because I'm one of the sad fuckers who actually enjoyed playing through Kane and Lynch 2 in co-op, I know it wasn't fantastic, and the way it was presented was kind of weird because it was sort of cam footage, wasn't it? The sort of overall look of the game was like you was fighting through sort of security camera footage. because those games always had kind of a fun potential anyway. The fact that you had like the straight guy just trying to get by and the guy that's like a raving lunatic on meds.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing.
Yeah. I mean, me and
like
Peeps loved that game, man.
Yeah, when you was actually playing as him, there were sections where you'd see weird shit.
Yes,
because
I remember.
he was going off his tits.
So good. Yeah.
But obviously the other player couldn't see that. Yeah. And it was, I think they pulled this very similar thing in Dead Space 3, if I recall, where if you was playing as the guy that wasn't Isaac, there's a part of the game when he starts going through mental trauma and he starts seeing shit. But you only actually see that if you're playing from his perspective.
Ah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, there was lots of good co-op games in the 360 era.
It was primarily a good era for the co-op game, wasn't it? Well, it was the first time that you could have like the online, because online gaming became a thing.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I have online co-op. So a lot of games went into that, and there was, like you say, a good amount.
Yeah. I mean, Splinter Cell Conviction was really good. It was I'm just trying to think of other games like Left 4 Dead. I remember having a lot of fun with back then. There must have been multiple others. I think last generation, Xbox One generation for co-op games was a bit lackluster, to be honest. I hope they bring it back a bit more in this gen, but yeah. Do you think we answered that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Neil Holding says, anyone getting frustrated by lack of easy availability of the new systems?
Not really.
No, managed to get both.
Well, I've got even. I've still got my alerts on, and I noticed about E3. My Apple Watch, I've got a signal to give me alerts, was going absolutely batshit crazy for Xbox Ones. Xbox One, Series X's, it was going absolutely nuts. Mainly the Microsoft Store. So literally, I reckon they held a load back and literally just, while the hype was there, just made sure people can get as many as possible. But yeah, I've had the opportunity to buy PlayStation 5 recently. I got to the top of bases list after about 3 months of waiting. And they gave me an opportunity to buy a PS5 by midnight that night. I chose not to because I don't really want one at the moment. All my money's going onto the Switch at the moment, and a few retro things I'm doing. So again, it's all about the games at the end of the day. I'm not too fussed, and considering at the moment Game Pass is very much tailored towards any Xbox gamer. I don't think there's any kind of desperation to get any kind of new console until either my current setup breaks down, or I get a big telly, or I'll become a bit more affluent. So yeah, that's it really.
Fair dues. I think that's all the questions, Looking double checking. Yep, that is all the questions for this week. Goodness me. Done nearly 2 hours, guys. We've done well.
How did that happen?
Oh, that's flown by. Absolutely flown by. A big thank you to the 7 viewers in the Twitch stream. You're all
7.
Awesome.
Well, you're welcome. One of them's me.
One of them's me. One of them's
me.
Clarky's just chimed in saying, what have I missed? We're at the end now, Clarky.
No, you can rewind this episode, don't worry.
Yeah, this is a normal episode, so you're all right, mate. Yeah, so that is the end of this week's show. It's been awesome, as always. Really enjoyed it. So from me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, PSND, Steam ID, Webby, 360G.
Thank you very much. Cinema Dan.
Nick Fights on Twitch, if you want to go follow me on there.
And Sensei Switch.
So thank you very much. And before we end, just a quick reminder to get a show every single week of the year. Head on over to patreon.com/360gamercast. For as little as £5 a month, you can get a podcast episode every single week of the year, and all our special episodes, just like the recent E3 special that we've done, and the UFO special. And on Thursday, we are recording our spooky paranormal episode, which is all Patreon exclusive. And then in the future, we have more ideas popping through. On top of my list is a conspiracy episode, which I'm really looking forward to.
I'm staying out of that one. Did you hear about the conspiracy theory that conspiracy theories are there to make people fucking stupid?
I did see your meme in the WhatsApp group. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Good.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting. But anyway, that's the end of the show. Don't forget to sign up to the Patreon. Big thank you to 25 of you that make this show happen every single week of the year. So from all of us here, find us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, go to 360gamercast.com for all the links you need, for the Discord, everything. So thank you very much. We will see you next week. Goodbye.